I think that I have figured a way out. I didn't figure it, I run across it. What do they call them? Velometer. Let's see if I can see what it is here. I think that's what they call them. Velometer or whatever. I can't remember what they call them. Anyway, it basically is a button hooked to a wire, and you set your camera where you shutter. When you mash your shutter, it'll start recording. And then you set that velometer to run 30 minutes and 4 or 5 seconds. And then you go to set how many cycles you want it to go. Set it to whatever you want. I've got mine set on 20, but there's no way the battery would last that long. So anyway, when it kicks off in 30 minutes, within 4 seconds, it kicks right back on. Let's see if that works. I'm pretty sure it will. What are we gonna plant here today? We're gonna plant some stuff today. A few little items anyway. I'll look through here. It's awful. It's awful sunny today. There's some red okra. Achichaws. I don't know what to plant here, tell you the truth. I just don't know what to plant here today. Watermelons, cantaloupe, kale. That's kale. I wouldn't mind to sow a little raw kale. I don't know whether to sow it or start it in the greenhouse. Kohlrabi. That sounds like something good. That's basil, kale, that's zucchini, fennel. Fennel's pretty good. I like fennel and kohlrabi. Some of this stuff needs to be planted in the greenhouse. I have got a little arugula. Let's lay us off a little row through here. I mean, what I'm saying is barley. Because that stuff don't need to be planted deep at all. I'm sinking. I'm sinking in the earth here. Sound like somebody up here over in that lot trying to destroy a good tractor. Got a few little items coming up. The beets is trying to peek through the surface, and they're trying to, and they're they're not the only thing peeking up. Where I chopped that Charlie, creeping Charlie, up. See, the thing of it is, on these sunny days like today, you can destroy, I mean, it can destroy your little bitty seedlings. I don't see any up through here. Yeah, here's some. You can tell they're purple. They're in spots. Some spots a little bit moister than others. But it's coming on. It's a coming on. Then let's start out with, what would we start out with? Something that I would probably want to have right here on this end. And I'm going to plant arugula. Arugula. I tell you, I don't know how I can do this without spilling them all. They ain't many either. They ain't many. I guess the best way to do it is not put many in your hand at a time. Because it makes pretty good size plants. Oh Lord. You just cannot, or I can't. I just can't drizzle these out like they should be. I need to get me a little seed sower. I'll go, that's probably all the arugula that I would possibly need right there. Because ain't nobody will eat this but me. Ain't nobody will eat it but me. That'll leave me a little left. I'll have a little left. And then we'll go ahead and cover it up while we're here. I got to, right here. Just lightly cover it. Lightly. Arugula. That's about 10 feet or something. Let's plant some fennel. I'm just going to divide this row up because there's no need to plant whole rows of this stuff. This is fennel. Fennel goes good with garlic. If you've never fried fennel and garlic together, try it out sometime. Let's see what we can get by with here. Now this fennel was bagged for 2020. Time flies when you're having fun, don't it? We'll go a little more because about right here. Let's stop it right there. Let's stop it right there. We can save some of these plant in the fall. I never did plant none early in the spring. I don't think I did. Now, what we want to plant now is finish that row out with kohlrabi. And I'm going to use the giant winter. The giant winter kohlrabi. We call it giant summer, I guess. Let's try it. We're going to try it, and I'm going to finish that row out with it too. This is pretty tedious. Doing my best to keep this thin through here. I'll tell you what, let's stop right here and let's switch back to the other kind of kohlrabi and finish the row. And that way we'll have about half and half with the kohlrabi through there. Most of the time I start my stuff in the greenhouse. Not always, but I try to start them in the greenhouse. And that way, where'd I go here? Went right by. That way I know what I've got and I plant out here. But I'll just tell you, direct sowing in the garden, you can get a good stand, is the best way to go. Okay, let's get her going here. I'll have to thin this, that's for sure. You get more for your money if you start it in the greenhouse seed-wise, but you do it like this, you avoid a transplant shock, you avoid the work that you're going to have to put in to transplant it. I'm sowing these kohlrabi a little thicker. Tell you one thing, these little bitty seeds, that right there. Covering them sure don't take much. It don't take much to cover them. Now I'll forget what and where I've got planted here. But I guess I can go back to the video and look. Whew. Okay. That's got them. Now let's go out through here and see if we can just barely cover them seeds. And I mean a skiff. A skiff. When it says bury 2 to 3 times the depth of the seed on them, that's covering them without trying. And then what I like to do is always I come back and tamp that in. As light as you can cover them. I mean as light as you can push that dirt over them. Won't be a bit too deep. I mean, Lord have mercy. See, I think on some of the stuff that I sowed, I got them a little deeper than I should have. Go on out to about right there. Then let's set them in that dirt. Snug them up. No, what I was telling you earlier on that camera, I know I'm probably saying it wrong. Voltometer, voltilometer, or voltometer, or whatever you call it. You can get one of them, and you can avoid that. I mean, you can work around that 30-minute shut-off time on your camera, I hope. Get me a drink of water. Whew. Yeah, you can work around that, I believe.